No, actually you do have problems getting to -5 and -6. That is your problem. Hello everyone, welcome back to McSolaar TV. Hope you're having a great day. I brought back the rapid fire Q&A. So in this series of videos, I'm gonna answer your questions. Before we start, please check the info box down below for my mixing courses on ProMix Academy, free plugin special discounts and offers, and if you want to support the channel. But most important, if you really want to learn how to mix and master professionally, click the join button down here, become a MixBuzz TV member and access the already big and always growing library of in-depth mix and mastering courses, videos and tutorials, full mixes, breakdowns from start to finish, mastering courses with all the settings for my analog gear and plugins, special videos and a lot more. You also get mix consultations with me via Skype or email. All right, this is a long question, so it's gonna be on screen. So basically the mix is fine on the 2-bus when the mix is done. If I master at -9 LUFS, it will keep sounding fine, but if the client wants to go at -6 or 5 LUFS, the balance of the mix changes basically. He also says, I don't have any problems getting in -6 or -5 clean, not distorted. My problem is how faithful to the mix tonal balance the master is. No, actually you do have problems getting to -5 and -6. That is your problem. What happens to you is not uncommon. You're not missing anything. People think that getting to an extremely loud level with a master is all about distortion, not distorting. That's fairly easy if you know like half of the things that you should know about mastering. First of all, whether or not a mix can reach -5 LUFS or higher clean, it depends on the crest factor, on the potential of the mix to be loud, to be pushed loud without distortion. But distortion is one element, and it's, again, not even the most important. You do have problems getting there because your tonal balance is fucked up. And that's, believe it or not, the main job of a professional mastering engineer. It doesn't matter if you push it to -9 or -4. The problem is doing it without fucking up the mix balance. And that happens. That's what happens to you is completely normal. That's why people hire professional master engineers, not just because we are able to push it like super loud. Yeah, we do, but doing it, this is what I say when, I say there's good loud and bad loud, okay? It's doing it and then compensating for all the processes that need to take place to bring that given track at a certain level so that the mix is not unbalanced anymore. Because how easy would it be? You have a hip-hop trap track, okay? Has a gigantic low end, and the client asks you, oh, I want this -LUFS. Well, the low end is gonna be the first thing that craps out, right? So how easy would it be? Just cut the low end or compress it, and there you go, you are a -5 LUFS with no distortion. But you got no low end. The tonal balance is changed. Same for the mid-range. You got like a big raw guitars and hard vocals and all that, and a snappy snare that sounds amazing, and the client want it loud. Yeah, you bring it loud, and maybe without audible distortion, because that's the thing, that's the secret. But maybe you had to cut the mid-range, or the mid-range gets sucked in, or the effects that are on the sides, they come up too much when you do that. So what happens to you, it doesn't have an answer. That's literally the difference between a professional mix engineer and, a not professional one. Everybody can do loud. You slap like 3 limiters on it. And, as soon as it starts crapping out, you just back off. But that's not mastering, okay? Mastering is exactly that, is not only not fucking up the mix, which could be, this is a perfect mix, I just want it to level, okay? Which is what mastering should do. And that's a task on its own already, because every processing will change the balance to some extent. It's also, the mix wasn't right. I fixed it, with the Q and all the other moves that now the mix sounds balanced. And now I have to fix it again because I'm bringing it to level. Mastering is complicated. Not as complicated as mixing, but it's complicated because of this. So unfortunately, I don't have an answer, because no, you're not missing one thing or something or a secret. You're not. You just do this long enough and successfully enough to understand there is going to be a handful of tools, which includes also analog gear, let's not fool ourselves, and experience on how to use it, a monitoring system, and then understand that in mastering, one of the things that you play with is masking and psychoacoustic. So how the brain perceives the material, how to make it seem louder without actually making it louder, how to make it seem like you have more low end than you actually do so you have more headroom, how to balance and rebalance the tonal changes that happen because you did that one processing. So unfortunately, like I like to call it, is time under the bar. You just do it and do it and do it, and you know your tools well enough and you use them long enough to have at your disposal, because every song is going to be different. So there's not one trick that works for everything. What combination to use that time? What order? Is that EQ going before the saturator this time? Do I use the transformer on that compressor or the transformer on the other unit? Because this one brings that, low mid there, and the other one brings a little too much top end. So which one will I be able to fix? You hear? So it's complicated. I hope this answered the question.
Hands on my neck, hands grip my throat. Lift me up, man, take control. Heart is so